try it again. One more time. Come on, hit this fucking 3. Hit this fucking 3. Just need the 2 right there. We need the 1 right there. You're not even getting close to the 1. You're not even getting close to the 1. Hey! Try it right here. Try it right there. Been trying to teach you. 1,500 right here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Advantage Player Workshop. It has been 6 months since you have seen us. Our last video was in May. So we've been up to some other projects. We're going to do a little promo here in a second, but feels good to be back. Felt good to make a video. We filmed the dice, obviously, a little bit here and there, but we haven't made any videos, haven't really run through any real sessions at all, and not on camera either. So felt good to do this one here, and it turned out to be a pretty good one. We'll get into it. This one here, we had basically 2 hands. We had 53 rolls total with an SRR of 17.67, which only dropped drastically after the last 7. So before the last 7, it was up there. It was in the high 20s, I guess. We had a P&L of $15,580, Monopoly money, obviously. We had the ATS, we had no full ATS hit. We did hit the small, and then we hit the tall in 2 separate hands, and we were 1 away in each. Our set we used lately has been the 6-4-4-1 as our base set, and then we make a few variations later in the roll, and that's what allowed us to hit the 1-2-3 and the 6-6-12, I believe. I know we changed it around for the 3. That was a pretty good one. That comes in around, I think that's going to be somewhere around the 15-minute mark. This whole video is not going to be up for the public, only part of it. The full video will be up for the members area only. If you're a new member of the channel, we really appreciate it. We're going to give you some additional perks. We're going to tie it into our other product, a Max EV Sports. It's a sports odds aggregator. It's got a bunch of machine learning models that makes daily predictions in all sports, all bet types, including player props. It's pretty comprehensive, and it's very feature rich. It's a full bet tracker, and it's got sportsbook deep linking. So if you go to our main screen on Max EV Sports, you're going to see the game card screen, which is pretty much a calling card of the platform. It's pretty much everything we wanted in a sports betting type tool platform. We aren't associated with the books. There's no affiliates. We don't make any money off that at all. And you're not making bets on our site. You're just going through our site to get to those betting pages on your own book, and those cards are totally customizable. And when you click the bet this button to make your own bets as you see fit on your sports book, when you come back to the site, our site, those bets are already pre-logged into your tracker. It saves you a ton of time in manual entry, which, as we all know, nobody likes to do a bunch of manual entry. That's why people typically perform so poorly, because they don't track their bets properly, and then they lose track of where they're at, and they have no idea of where they're strong and where they're weak or where they're leaking money. And so we try to eliminate all that. So you're going to see that. We got a whole new channel coming up. We're going to have tutorial videos on every part of the platform as far as what the features are, what they do. And then once we get all those done and on the channel, then we'll start doing daily. We'll just be doing daily videos of the day's games, run through it, give you some handicapper type analysis, and then we'll compare it with what our models say. It is 100% free to sign up and use at the base level. You'll get access to the tracker, the odds screen, and the game card screen. If you want any of the customizable type features and you want access to the full 250 plus machine learning models, you'll have to obviously pay a fee. But right now it's 100% free to the end of the year. So come January 1st, 2026, we will start charging for some of the higher paid features. But right now it's free to use. Go to the description, click the link below, and you will get access to it. Just create a free account, and then you'll start to get access to the platform, poke around in it. And if you have any feedback, you can leave it there for us. And you'll be messaging me directly, and we can converse and see what it looks like. And if you've got any suggestions or tips or bugs or whatever you see, just let me know it. And if it's something that I think is worthwhile and we add it, we'll give you full credit for it. We'll give you some additional perks. So just want to make it more interactive and encourage people to come and try out the platform 100% free, limited time only. Man, let's get back to this video. We really enjoyed doing it, especially when they turn out so well. We took a bunch of time off. We actually, right after around May and June, we went across country, went visit a couple sets of family in Blackhawk, Colorado. Stayed there about a week. and visited some family. Aunt and uncle, my dad live in that particular area. My aunt and uncle live in Black Hawk, where the casinos are. Great little town if you haven't been. It's so unique. It's one of a kind. I would really love to end up living there one day. And then after that, we went on to cross Utah, drove across the Salt Flats, and went to Wendover, Nevada. And if anybody hasn't been to Wendover, it's kind of an also unique little town. It's got some casinos. And if you're going there to try to do dice control or dice influences anyway, don't waste your time. They've all banded together and they have placards that says no dice setting allowed. Thought that was pretty funny. And I had to inspect it for myself. So I went to every single casino. We didn't even gamble. We were just there to stretch our legs a little bit, check it out. Wife played some slots or something, but I didn't do any gambling. And I had to do some, maintenance and get, fill up the car, all that jazz. But I did go to all the casinos to check out all the craps tables just to see the lay of the land and to verify that every single one of them did not allow dice setting. I thought that was pretty interesting. So for what reason they decided not to allow it, I think we can all glean that obviously there's something to it. If there was nothing to it, everybody would allow it, which most places do because, as we know, most people just can't do it. And in attempting to do it, they, flop and fail miserably. But anyway, that's a lot of what this channel is about. Obviously we love craps and, we love to actually attempt dice control. And obviously we feel like we have a pretty good handle on it. And we do think it makes a difference, as you can see in a lot of the videos. I wish we got to play real more. We just don't live near them. But obviously we do have to practice. And we do like to, get our work in where we can. Let's talk about the table a little bit. I heard some comments or read some comments from some well-known people that said, your table's dead or it's too firm or whatever. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen in the earlier parts of the video or the channel, but even before we had a full table, we changed out surface layers, a dozen times on our practice rig. And then this one here in search of the perfect surface, whether it be, more bouncy, less bouncy. And so we experimented with all different types of surfaces. We had a bouncy surface on here. It was kind of a weird surface. It was pillowy, had a ton of bounce. But if you hit that right amount of spin and the right amount of speed and landing angle, boy, they would just die flat. But if you didn't, they would bounce all the way down the table. So it was kind of a unique surface. But ultimately, what I came to realize is it made absolutely no difference. And the reason it makes no difference is because no two tables you play on are ever going to be the same, unless you're, of course, playing on the same exact table day after day, which, most of us just don't have that luxury. We travel across country, we go to various places, and then walking from one casino to the next, if you're in Las Vegas or something, no two tables play the same. And even if they did, you're not throwing from the exact same distance every time. So what does that mean? It means you have to be able to make these changes, these micro adjustments in your throw and your grip and all these different things to get a positive outcome in the response of the dice after they land. And so, you can kill yourself like I did and change a surface out on your table 15 different times in search of the perfect surface. But let me save you some trouble. Don't bother. Just find a happy medium and then practice landing the dice differently, throwing them differently, using different techniques and all that stuff. So that way, when you go to these different places, you can see what you're trying is either not working or not working. And if it's not working, you can learn how to make these little adjustments to try to get a more consistent repeating pattern on the dice, depending on the set and all that jazz. But this set, let's talk about the set for a second. The 6441, as you notice, if you saw us earlier on my channel, man, I did nothing but the hardways set, did that pretty much for 7 straight years. I just wasn't ready to move on. I didn't feel like I had it mastered and probably still don't. But now that we've started to change more sets, and make changes, as you can see, my skill level is drastically increased from the time I started the channel to now. It's quite entertaining and entertaining for myself anyways to get to watch how I can begin to snipe numbers using different techniques, changing the sets, various different ways, getting on the one side of the dice to the other, trying to pinpoint whatever's on the inside number. To me, that's how I like to do it. And as you can see, I've become pretty consistent with it. And so I suggest you to give that a shot. But again, appreciate this. Appreciate all the new members. Please, if you're not a member of the channel, please join the membership. We're going to throw in some free access to the Max EV platform, some of the higher paid tiers for you, and more good stuff to come. I want to give a shout out to Clayton S. from Saginaw, Texas. He's one of the latest to buy one of our custom layouts. He used the El Cortez green, and he added a couple of his own little logos. And you should be getting that real soon. So I hope you like that, Clayton. And anybody that wants a craps layout, please go to my channel or my website there. You can purchase it directly, or you can just email me, tell me what you're thinking, and we can work through it. If you buy one of these layouts for the very first time, I absolutely guarantee you're going to get something you wish you had done differently. And speaking from experience, I bought 3 or 4 of these layouts for myself at this stage, and then I've also helped them, 20, 25 people get theirs and making those suggestions for them so they don't get stuck with something they're not happy with. It is helpful. And so reach out to me if you're thinking about doing one, and we'll work through it. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you on the next one.